If your belly feels hard, you need to watch this. You're fighting the wrong enemy. You've wasted hours on sit-ups. You've skipped meals until you felt dizzy. You've run until your knees hurt. And none of it is working. The fat isn't moving. That's because the jiggly stuff you can pinch on your waist is not the real problem. That squishy fat is annoying, but it's mostly harmless. It just sits there. The real danger is hiding deeper. It's a silent problem wrapping itself around your liver, your pancreas, and your heart. It could be squeezing your organs right now. Even if you look thin in a t-shirt, by the end of this video, you will know exactly how to target this dangerous fat safely. No starvation, no expensive pills, just a simple drink, a change in what you eat, and a specific way of moving that is backed by science. First, you need to understand why your belly is still there. Not all fat is the same. The fat you can grab with your hand is called subcutaneous fat. It lives right under your skin. It's basically just a backpack of stored energy. It's passive. It doesn't do anything particularly bad on its own. Visceral fat is the real monster. This fat lives deep inside your abdomen, behind your muscle wall. It doesn't just sit there. It acts like a little factory. It pumps out substances that can inflame your body and mess up your hormones. So, how do you know if you have it? Do this simple test right now. Poke your belly. Is it soft and squishy? That's mostly the harmless stuff. But is it hard and firm? Does it stick out like a basketball? Even if the rest of you is slim? That is a strong indicator of visceral fat. That hardness is actually your internal organs pushing outward because they're being crowded by this internal fat. And here is the scary truth. You can be skinny everywhere else and still have this dangerous belly. Doctors call it thin outside, fat inside. You might look healthy, but your insides could be under attack. You cannot fix this just by eating less. In fact, most people think cutting calories is the answer. But for this specific problem, the opposite can be true. When you starve yourself, your body panics. It thinks a famine is coming. So, what does it do? It holds onto that deep belly fat for dear life, to keep you alive. To get rid of this fat, you have to stop feeding it the food it loves. Visceral fat thrives on inflammation. Think of inflammation like rust on a car. The more rust you have, the more fat sticks to you. And to clean off that rust, you need something called carotenoids. That's a big word, but it just means color. We're talking about the natural pigments in foods like carrots, red peppers, spinach, and sweet potatoes. These colorful veggies act like a scrub brush for your cells. They help clean off the rust. Scientists in Japan proved this. They took a group of people and simply asked them to eat more colorful vegetables. They didn't run marathons. They didn't stop eating dinner. They just added color to their plates. In just 8 weeks, their dangerous belly fat dropped significantly. Here's why. These colorful foods seem to flip a switch in your body. They tell your body, stop storing this energy as deep fat. Burn it instead. If your plate is beige full of white bread, pasta, and crackers, you are feeding the fat. Beige builds the belly. Color kills it. So, your first step is incredibly easy. Put one bright orange, red, or green vegetable on your plate at every single meal. Once you change the food, you need a special drink to help flush the fat out. You need green tea, specifically, a type called Matcha, but you have to be careful. Do not buy the bottled green tea from the gas station. That stuff is usually just sugar water, and sugar creates more belly fat. You need real, powdered matcha tea because it contains a powerful compound called egg. Think of egg like a bouncer at a nightclub. It stands at the door of your fat cells. When new fat tries to get in, the bouncer says, "Nope, not tonight." But it does something else too. It opens the back door and helps kick the old fat out. So, it helps stop new fat from forming and helps you burn the fat you already have. When you mix this with the natural caffeine in the tea, it works even better. The caffeine wakes up the fat, and the egg helps burn it away. Here is the rule. Swap your second coffee or your afternoon soda for a cup of matcha tea. Don't add sugar. If it tastes too bitter for you, squeeze a little lemon in it. The lemon actually helps your body use the tea better. It makes the fat burning effect even stronger. Now, we have to move. But this is where almost everyone gets it wrong. You think you need to sweat until you drop. You think you need to run as fast as you can. For this type of fat, that can actually hurt your progress. Deep belly fat burns best when you are working at a medium, steady pace. If you run too fast, your body panics and starts burning sugar for quick energy. But you want to burn fat, not sugar. You need to find the sweet spot. It's about 75% of your max effort. You don't need a fancy heart rate monitor. Just use the talk test. When you're exercising, try to talk. You should be able to speak a full sentence, but you should feel a little breathless. If you can sing a song, you're going too slow. If you can't say hello without gasping for air, you're going too fast. You want to be right in the middle. You're walking up a long, steady hill. Studies show that doing this for 45 minutes, just 3 or 4 times a week, can cut that hard belly fat significantly in just a couple of months. Think about that. You don't have to live in the gym. You just need to walk with a purpose. Walking on an incline, riding a stationary bike, or swimming are all perfect for this. Why does this work better than just dieting? Dieting often slows down your metabolism, but this kind of exercise speeds it up. The more you move in this sweet spot, the more fat you burn around the clock. You cannot starve this fat away, but you can definitely move it away. So, here's your simple 3-step plan to start tomorrow. First, eat the rainbow. If your food is beige, it's not helping. Add carrots, peppers, or spinach to every meal to stop the rust. Second, drink your weapon. Swap sugary drinks for matcha green tea. It helps block new fat from getting in and kicks the old fat out. Third, move smart. 3 or 4 times a week, go for a 45-minute walk or ride. But make sure you pass the talk test. Not too easy and not too hard. That hard, round belly isn't just annoying. It is a warning sign from your body, but it is not permanent. You don't need to suffer to fix it. You just need to be smart and consistent. Eat the colors, drink the tea, and walk it off. That dangerous fat cannot survive that combination. Subscribe to the channel if you want to learn more about how to support your body's health. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.